Good evening, everyone. I like the enthusiasm to the crowd. Welcome, everyone, to the final board meeting of the 2025-2026 school season. So, yes, almost there. Everyone can please rise to the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, thanks everybody. Again, welcome to our board meeting. Appreciate everyone coming out this evening. Just wanted to start the meeting saying we've got a lot of really positive announcements tonight, a lot of positive recognitions, and I just want to first start by saying thanks to my fellow board members, the administration, of course, the teachers, and the staff, and the students that are out there. We had an exceptional school year all around. I know that's sometimes not the case. There's big things or small things that come up. But this year overall has been a great year. And for those of you who are involved with the budget process, I know I always thank Mrs. Elisa Palani and her team. We started the budget process with an $8 million budget deficit, and we were able to close that deficit with really keeping all of the foundations that children need in the school district, added some great things, and just had some realignment. So thanks to them and this district for not piercing the cap, for getting us a great budget, and also for all the work they have put in there. So thank you, Ms. Plotty, and the entire group. All right. Let it be known that all board members, with the exception of Grace Kelly, who will be here, are in attendance this evening. And we'd like to start with some announcements. The first we'll start with is our student board representative report. And for those of you who aren't aware, a year ago, New York State asked every board member, made it mandatory to have a student representative on the school board. They're not involved with executive decisions or personnel matters, but they're here representing what's the most important aspect of this district, the students. So we had selected 2 last year, and they're here for their final meeting as they head off to school. And I just want to say it really was a welcome addition to this dais up here, because we hear what's the most important, the school. So I just wanted to, on behalf of the board, thank both Noah and Remy for everything that you've done this year, for representing your fellow students in the way that you have, presenting, and great luck as Noah's off to Notre Dame and Remy is off to Hofstra, my alma mater. So great job. Mr. Tussey said his too. I didn't know you went to Notre Dame. All right, now we'll start with Noah for the student board representative report.
Good evening, everyone. As we reach the end of another school year, it's hard to believe how quickly the year has gone by. The school year is winding down smoothly, and morale throughout the building remains high as students look forward to a well-deserved summer break. Our spring athletic teams gave us plenty to be proud of this season, with the boys lacrosse team making an impressive run to the Suffolk County Finals, and the boys baseball team and girls lacrosse team advancing to the county semifinals. All of our teams represented West Essex with determination and pride. Congratulations to them on their accomplishments. Recently, our spring concerts concluded and were a tremendous success. The hard work and dedication of our musicians were on full display, and they should be proud of what they accomplished. There was also a great deal of excitement surrounding upcoming senior events, including the senior barbecue, prom, and graduation. These events mark the culmination of years of hard work and provide an opportunity for students to celebrate together. As the school year comes to a close, I also encourage students to remain involved in service projects, clubs, athletics, and extracurricular activities over the summer. Staying engaged in your community is one of the most rewarding ways to continue growing outside the classroom. Throughout the year, I worked to develop a student mental health survey designed to gather student perspectives and better understand how students are feeling. While I encountered roadblocks that prevented the project from being fully implemented during my term, I remain proud of the work that was done and the conversations it sparked. With that in mind, I would like to congratulate Megan Farrell on becoming the next year's Student Board of Education representative. Megan has already demonstrated a strong commitment to representing students, and I know she will do an outstanding job in the future. I've shared my work on the mental health survey with her, and I'm excited to see where she takes the project in the future. On a personal note, I would like to thank the students, community members, and the entire Board of Education for giving me the opportunity to serve as the voice of our student body this year. From my very first meeting, I was treated not as a student sitting at the table, but as an equal whose perspective mattered. I was honored to advocate for what my fellow students and I believed in. Being the first student to hold this position has been one of the greatest privileges of my high school career, and I sincerely hope that my impact on this role was even a fraction of the impact that this role, this board, and this community have had on me. Thank you for your trust, your support, and your willingness to listen to the student voice. I wish everyone a happy, healthy, and safe summer, and all the best in the upcoming school year, and congratulations to the class of 2026. Thank you.
Again, thank you, Noah and Remy, and for all the students out there, maybe in 10th, 11th, or grade, just having these two step up and represent the student body is an accomplishment, but there are so many ways to do that. So I encourage anyone who's out there to give it a try, go through the process, and represent the students in a positive way. So with that, we have some recognition for both Noah and Remy this evening. We would like to have both of them come up and be recognized by the board and the administration. All right, thanks again to them. And as Noah made our big announcement for the student board representative for the 2026-27 school year, will be sworn in this evening. And again, this is a thorough process that the high school goes through under Mr. O'Farrell's leadership. It involves interviews, videos. Anyone wants to apply for the position is more than welcome. We're trying to get a good subset of representation. And through a rigorous process, the 2026-27 student board representative that will represent the students all of next year at these meetings is Ms. Megan Farrell. So Megan, you here? All right. Megan will be officially sworn in by Tom Bolts, who is our district attorney.
Congratulations, Megan. congratulations, Megan. And, we will do a orientation for you before July, which will be your first official meeting. We do allow our Student Board of Education members, the July and August meetings are optional, if you'd like. There's summer vacation for you, so either July or September to be in, but sometime this month we'll have an orientation with you and share all the information. So congratulations, we're excited to work with you. All right, so next up on the agenda, we have our recognition section, and I wanted to start off with our Board of Education Achievement Awards. The New York State School Boards Association Board Excellence Recognition Program is designed to acknowledge those school board members who strive to continually expand their governance knowledge and skills. NYSSBA has informed us that one or more of our members of our district or BOCES Board of Education have earned one of our Board of Excellence Recognition Awards, ranging from levels 1 to 4. These achievement levels are reached when members accumulate points for participating in NYSSBA training, workshops, events, and activities, as well as for taking on board-related roles, such as board president and NYSSBA advocacy liaison. So we are very happy tonight to present 5 of these NYSSBA Board Achievement Awards. We have Mr. Richard Antonello, Ms. Grace Kelly, Mr. Peter McCann, and Mr. Anthony Tussey, who achieved Award Level 1, which is the NYSSBA Board Achievement Certificate of Recognition. And we have Ms. Debbie Brown, who's achieved Level 2, which is NYSSBA's Board Excellence Certificate for Recognition. So we'd like to ask those 5 board members to come on up and we'll present you with a certificate.
All right, and the next part of this will be presented by Mr. Andrew O'Farrell, a principal of the school. And just some notes on this is he'll be presenting the top 10 academic leaders. And as the parent of a graduating senior this year, I appreciate everything that the school does, both on the educational level and on the emotional level, under Mr. O'Farrell's leadership and all of the administrators and teachers. Thanks for getting them here, and it's our privilege to have you announce this year's top 10 academic leaders.
Good evening, everyone. If you don't know, my name is Andrew Farrell. I'm the high school principal. As part of this evening's recognition, we are proud to acknowledge a group of students who represent the highest levels of academic achievement in the West Islip High School class of 2026. In this exceptional graduation class filled with driven, high-performing students, these 10 individuals have distinguished themselves through their consistent academic excellence over the past 4 years. They have demonstrated not only remarkable intellect and perseverance, but also deep commitment to their education. Beyond the classroom, many of these students are also dedicated student athletes, leaders of our honor societies and our clubs, and talented members of our many wonderful performance groups. Each of them is a truly wonderful student, and it is an absolute honor for myself and the staff of West Islip High School to work with them each and every day. At this time, it's my honor to introduce the top 10 academic leaders of the class of 2026. Students, when your name is called, please come forward to receive your certificate from Dr. Romanelli. Julianne Arcolio, Bruno Bazile, Vincent Maffetoon. Grace Meehan. Liliana Meehan. Matthew Stefano. Francesca Tufano. Nicholas Bassatoro. Along with this distinguished group, 2 students were selected through a rigorous process to represent the very best of our graduating class, not only in academics, but in leadership, character, and service to the school community. These 2 students will serve as our distinguished speakers at the class of 2026 graduation ceremony on June 26th. And we are proud to recognize them here tonight for their outstanding achievement. First, AJ DeMeo. And Dana Sheep. We look forward to hearing their wonderful speeches at graduation, and please join me in congratulating all the student academic leaders for the class of 2026 here at West Islip High School. Center, you just went to my center. Come down a little more.
All right, thanks everyone. Congratulations again. So we'll have, at this time, we'll have any discussion?
Hi, good evening, everyone. I just wanted to take the opportunity to give a shout out to Dawn Morrison for her exquisite work on the Flags for Freedom ceremony. Dawn put her whole heart and soul into creating a spectacular ceremony for our veterans and seniors. Her attention to detail was incredible, from the decorations to the invitations, the guest list, sponsors, and program, the music selection and speakers. It was definitely a beautiful and heartwarming ceremony enjoyed by the students, veterans, and community members alike. So thank you, Dawn, for your patriotism and dedication to making our inaugural Flags for Freedom ceremony spectacular and memorable for all.
Thank you very much. It truly was a team effort. We had Mr. O'Farrell, Ms. Summers, Mr. Gilmart, Mr. Allbinder, our music teachers from the high school, our art teachers from the elementary school, the West Islip Fire Department, our veterans within the community. So thank you to everybody. It was a great event. Thank you so much.
Thanks to both of you, and also for those of you who aren't aware, that was a ceremony where every graduating senior received an American flag directly from a veteran. So it's an honor of not only their service, but passing along to the next generation. So, all right, we open up for an invitation to the public to speak on any agenda items. All right, and we'll move into the approval of the minutes. Can I have the approval of the minutes from the, a motion for the approval of the minutes from the May 19th planning session?
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion approved. All right, now we're up to the next exciting part of the evening, which is our personnel agenda with Mr. Jim Cameron.
Thank you, Mr. McCann. If it's okay with the board, I'd like to go out of order and discuss items A2 and A3, and then I'll turn the microphone over to Dr. Romanelli. I'd like to request item A2, if I can request a motion for the resignation of Ms. Donna Flynn as the assistant principal at Beach Street Middle School, effective July 1st, 2026.
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion approved.
If I can request a motion for the probationary appointment of Dr. Donna Flynn, principal of Oakland Elementary School, effective July 1st, 2026.
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
If I could say a few words about Dr. Flynn?
Yes.
Dr. Flynn has been working in the middle school and the high school for many, many years as an assistant principal, and we're incredibly excited to see the great work that you will bring to Oakland students and families there.
All in favor? All opposed? Motion approved.
Dr. Romanelli, the floor is yours.
All right, thank you, Mr. Cameron. Also, we're applauding the patience of the little one over there, so nice job. Very impressive. With the board's permission, we'd like to take items A1, T1, and TA1 together. These are the tenure appointments for administrators, teachers, and teaching assistants. And if I may say a few words first about our two administrative candidates. So our first administrative candidate eligible for tenure this evening is Mr. Jim Cameron, who's sitting on the dais with us this evening. Jim's position is one of the most critical in any school district, requiring not only deep technical expertise, but also exceptional interpersonal skill, sound judgment, and the ability to navigate complex and often sensitive situations. Mr. Cameron exemplifies all these qualities at the highest level. One of Jim's greatest strengths is his leadership style. He actively encourages others to speak openly and share their perspectives, fostering an atmosphere where dialogue is valued and diverse viewpoints are considered. At the same time, he's an exceptional coach, supporting both new and veteran employees in their professional growth. His ability to balance accountability with kindness allows him to address challenging situations with clarity and fairness, while maintaining the dignity of all involved. In addition to his highly effective front-of-the-house leadership, Jim has made significant strides in strengthening the back-of-the-house operations of human resources. He's led meaningful improvements in workflow, productivity, and efficiency, while advancing efforts in digitization and policy development. Not always the most exciting things, but also very important for running a school district. Mr. Cameron is an outstanding educational leader whose impact is felt across all facets of the district. His professionalism, integrity, and dedication to continuous improvement make him an invaluable asset. And I wholeheartedly recommend the Board of Education consider him for tenure this evening. Our second administrator eligible for tenure this evening is Mrs. Lauren Lay. Mrs. Lay has been an integral member of the West Islip School District, consistently demonstrating a commitment to student success, instructional excellence, and continuous improvement. Throughout her tenure, she has distinguished herself as a thoughtful, reflective leader who approaches her work with purpose and professionalism. Her ability to lead across multiple departments with clarity and cohesion has made a meaningful and lasting impact on student, staff, and the broader school community. She supervises a number of departments: English 6 through 12, E&L K through 12, Library and Media Centers K through 12. And across all three roles, Ms. Slay leads with integrity. She builds collaborative relationships, communicates effectively, and consistently prioritizes what is best for students. It's been a pleasure to observe Ms. Lay's growth as an administrator over time, beginning with her service as an assistant principal at Udall Road Middle School and West Islip High School. In those roles, she developed a strong foundation in building leadership, student support, and daily operations. In her current district level position, she has expanded her impact significantly, demonstrating strong decision-making, systems level perspective, and the ability to lead large-scale instructional initiatives. And it's for that reason that I recommend the Board of Education consider granting tenure to Ms. Lauren Lay tonight.
All right, can I have a motion for both the tenure appointments for Mr. Cameron and Ms. Lay?
So moved.
Discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion approved. Congratulations to both.
We're gonna have you both wait to come up and get your gifts. We'll have everyone go, administrators, teachers, and teaching assistants together. So next up, we have item T1, which is the tenure appointment of our teachers. You guys can cheer. Okay. First up is Ms. Kelly Minicozy. Ms. Minicozy has been an outstanding addition to the West Islip Union Free School District. Her dedication, compassion, and strong work ethic have been an asset in her role as elementary school counselor. Ms. Minicozy is a leader in our district. Her classroom lessons and restorative circles emphasize the development of character and accountability in student decision-making. Ms. Minicozy's students and colleagues adore her. She will always make time to listen, address a concern, and follow up with families. Without a doubt, Ms. Minicozy, as a school counselor, brings a bright light to our schools, and we really believe that the Board of Education should consider her for tenure this evening. We're gonna do, one at a time. So, all right, next up we have Ms. Marissa McAllister. Ms. McAllister is a general education teacher. She's enthusiastic, professional, and dedicated educator who consistently demonstrates a strong commitment to students, colleagues, and the greater school community. Her nurturing demeanor, positive attitude, and spirit of excellence have made her a valued member of the West Islip School District. She approaches her work with pride, and her students thrive under her guidance and support. Beyond the elementary setting, she also has served as the head and assistant coach for the West Islip Middle School's competitive cheerleading teams, further demonstrating her commitment to the community. Based on her professionalism, collaborative spirit, dedication to continuous growth, and positive impact on students and families, she's an exceptional educator who will continue to make a long-lasting difference, and we recommend the Board of Education consider her for tenure this evening. Next up, we have Ms. Stephanie Niku. Ms. Niku has proven to be an extremely valuable asset to the entire instrumental music program in West Islip. Stephanie is very organized, dedicated to all of her students, and exhibits an exceptional work ethic. She continually goes above and beyond in order to strive for continued excellence in all her pursuits. And she actively collaborates with music faculty in order to maintain consistency and continually raise the bar for the instrumental music program. Stephanie is highly engaged in the latest developments in her field and always willing to participate in school and community events. She creates authentic opportunities for students to shine and take pride in their work, and she's done a tremendous job of increasing enrollment in her program. She's developed solid and meaningful relationships with all of her students, and she's a valued member of our school community. For that reason, we would ask the board to consider her for tenure this evening. Next up, we have Ms. Carrie Pizzetti. Carrie is an exceptional kindergarten teacher at Bayview Elementary School who consistently demonstrates the qualities that define an outstanding educator. She's organized, compassionate, creative, and she's committed to her students and the school community. Carrie has proven to be a dedicated professional who approaches each day with enthusiasm and purpose. Her classroom is a warm, engaging, and structured environment where students thrive both academically and socially. She brings learning to life through thoughtful lesson plans, hands-on experiences, and individualized attention that meets the diverse needs of her students. Carrie's professionalism, collaborative spirit, and dedication make her an invaluable member of our school, and she is respected by colleagues, loved by students, and trusted by parents. We have no doubt that she will continue to make a lasting impact at Bayview and across the district. We recommend the board consider her for tenure this evening. Next, we have Ms. Sophia Stokeland. Love the kazoos, by the way. Good touch. Ms. Stokeland is an exceptional elementary art teacher whose dedication, creativity, and genuine care for her students set her apart as a truly invaluable member of the school community. Working with students from kindergarten through 5th grade, Ms. Stokeland demonstrates a remarkable ability to meet children where they are developmentally, while inspiring them to grow as artists and as individuals. Her classroom is a place where creativity flourishes and every child feels seen, valued, and encouraged. She thoughtfully designs lessons that are both engaging and meaningful, fostering not only artistic skills, but also confidence, perseverance, and self-expression. What makes Ms. Stokeland especially outstanding is her deep commitment to her students' well-being. She builds strong, trusting relationships with each child and creates a safe, supportive environment where students are eager to participate and take creative risks. Ms. Stokeland's passion for our education and her dedication to her students make her highly deserving of tenure, and we recommend the board consider her for that this evening. Next up, we have Ms. Danielle Sugimel. Good cheering crowd right there. Danielle is an exceptional educator whose dedication, professionalism, and genuine care for her students make her an invaluable member of the Bayview Elementary community. As a 3rd grade teacher, Danielle consistently creates a warm, inclusive, and engaging learning environment where every child feels valued and supported. She goes above and beyond to ensure that her students not only master academic skills, but also develop into kind, responsible, and confident individuals. Her classroom is a place where curiosity thrives and respect is modeled each day. Danielle contributes significantly to the culture and spirit of Bayview, fostering meaningful discussions and activities that help students develop empathy, integrity, and leadership. She's deeply committed to the school community, and she exemplifies the values of excellence, compassion, and service that define the Bayview community. I'm confident she'll continue to make a lasting and positive impact on our students, and recommend the board consider her for tenure this evening. Next up, we have Miss Alexis Garcia. Throughout her time with us, Ms. Garcia has proven to be a tireless champion for her students, consistently advocating for their success and empowering them to reach their full potential. She has excelled within our special education math program by delivering highly engaging, differentiated instruction and maintaining a belief in her students' capabilities. In her instructional role, Ms. Garcia has demonstrated remarkable versatility across a different range of curricula, including geometry, algebra 1, and algebra 2. She possesses a unique ability to demystify complex mathematical concepts for both special education and general education students alike. Whether serving as a lead instructor or as a collaborative integrated co-teacher, Alexis maintains a masterful balance, providing targeted interventions that effectively close learning gaps, while ensuring all students remain engaged within the core content. Beyond the classroom, Alexis has made significant contributions to the culture of West Islip High School and has become an invaluable asset to both the special ed and math departments. Her hard work and mastery of her craft have earned her the deepest respect of her colleagues, students, and parents. And for that reason, we recommend the board consider her for tenure this evening. Next up, we have Ms. Karen Horst. What does my speech bubble say there? Karen got tenure? Amazing. For those that can't see, I'm playing the piano. That's great. Ms. Morse has proven to be a true child advocate and a cornerstone of our academic community. She's developed an excellent rapport with her students, their parents, and faculty alike. She spearheaded the rigorous work required for Udall to achieve the prestigious designation of an AMLE School Distinction, an honor held by just a few select groups of middle schools across the entire nation. Her dedication to this process extended to the national stage, where she represented our school and district, representing our school's achievements and strategies at the National AMLE Conference in Indianapolis. In her vital role as math coach, Ms. Morse has become an indispensable resource for our teaching staff. She provides push-in assistance, working side by side with teachers to enhance instructional practices. Her expertise is further utilized as a participating member of our MTSS committee, where she carefully reviews student data to guide teachers on effective Tier 1 and Tier 2 interventions. This data-driven approach ensures that both the academic and social emotional needs of our students are met. Ms. Morse works closely with her colleagues in the math department in the planning and execution of the Math Masters Invitational Math Tournament that includes participating schools from all over Long Island. Whether she is analyzing complex data sets, singing karaoke, or riding an electric scooter, or supporting students in the field setting, Ms. Morse sets high standards and challenges for those around her to achieve the best. We're very proud of her and recommend the board consider her. Next up, we have Ms. Ashley Caldone. Great decorations this year. Mrs. Caldone has consistently demonstrated the highest standards of professionalism, dedication, and instructional excellence, making her an invaluable member of the school community. Throughout her time in the classroom, Ms. Caldone has created a nurturing and engaging learning environment where all students feel supported and encouraged to succeed. She possesses a deep understanding of early childhood education and implements developmentally appropriate instructional strategies that meet the diverse needs of her students. Her lessons are thoughtfully planned, interactive, and aligned with curriculum standards, ensuring that students build a strong academic foundation. She actively contributes to team planning, shares best practices, and supports her peers in creating a positive school culture. Her influence reaches far beyond the classroom, touching families and shaping the culture of our school in ways that will last for years to come. Based on her outstanding performance, dedication, and positive impact on students in the school community, we recommend the Board of Education consider her for tenure this evening. Next, we have Ms. Taylor Gonzalez. Taylor joined us 3 years ago as a tenured elementary school teacher from the Glen Cove School District and quickly became an integral member of the Bayview community. A proud member of the class of 2018 Les Islip Athletic Hall of Fame, Taylor returned home bringing with her a strong sense of determination, teamwork, and community pride, qualities that are evident each day in her classroom and throughout our school. As a fourth grade teacher, she consistently demonstrates an exceptional balance of dedication, professionalism, and adaptability. Taylor creates a positive and engaging learning environment that both challenges and supports all students, approaching each day with enthusiasm, creativity, and genuine care. Taylor is also widely recognized for her flexibility and collaborative spirit. She works seamlessly with colleagues, openly sharing ideas, strategies, and resources that enhance instruction across the grade level. Taylor has also been instrumental in helping to educate the Bayview community on the profile of a graduate, demonstrating her commitment to aligning classroom practices with district-wide goals and preparing students for future success. Her professionalism, warmth, and dedication make her a trusted educator and an outstanding role model for both students and staff. And for those reasons, we recommend the Board of Education consider her for tenure. Next up, we have Ms. Victoria Jablonski. graduates in Beach Street Middle School, Victoria has dedicated herself to fostering a culture of excellence, helping countless students master complex mathematical content. Her impact extends far beyond the classroom. She has been instrumental in refining the MTSS process, creating innovative structures that streamline interventions for students while providing essential support for the staff at Beach Street. A natural leader, Victoria frequently facilitates professional development and presents at department and faculty meetings, elevating the instructional practice of her peers. Whether she is leading a classroom with infectious positive energy or collaborating with colleagues, her focus remains on closing achievement gaps through engaging evidence-based strategies. She is deeply respected by the entire school community for her advocacy, her work ethic, and the mastery of her craft. For those reasons, we recommend the Board of Education consider her for tenure. Next up, we have our final teacher, Ms. Luisa Marino. Ms. Marino demonstrates superior lesson planning skills characterized by well-structured objectives and a logical progression that maximizes instructional time. This is further bolstered by a deep knowledge of content, allowing for clear explanations and the ability to address complex student inquiries with accuracy. Ms. Marino is also on the cutting edge with her technology use in the classroom. For these reasons, we would recommend the Board of Education consider her for tenure this evening.
All right, thank you, Dr. Romanelli, and congratulations to all those tenure appointments. Can I have a motion for the tenure appointments of all the teachers recognized in T1?
So moved.
Second. Discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion approved. Congratulations all. If we could, we'll have two more, and then we're gonna have all the tenured teachers come up for a photo.
All right, one more. We have our last but not least, we have one of our teaching assistants who is eligible for tenure this evening, and that is Ms. Danielle Goverty. During Danielle's time in our 15-1 program, Ms. Goverty has proven to be an invaluable asset working with some of our school's neediest students with a level of compassion and dedication that truly sets her apart. She has developed an excellent rapport with her students and colleagues, consistently demonstrating that she is a fierce advocate for the children she serves. Ms. Goverty's impact is felt through her seamless collaboration with the classroom teacher. She is an active participant in common planning, offering insightful perspectives on how to tailor lessons to meet diverse learning needs. Her expertise in implementing various teaching strategies ensures that instruction is accessible and engaging for every student. Furthermore, she is meticulous in her commitment to student growth, working tirelessly to incorporate specific IEP goals into daily activities and maintaining rigorous data collection to track each student's progress towards their benchmarks. Whether she is providing individualized academic support or fostering community through extracurricular events, Ms. Goverty sets high standards for herself and her students. We're very happy that she's part of the team in our district and at Udall, and we recommend the board consider her for tenure this evening.
All right, can I have a motion for the approval of, let's see, where is it? A tenure improvement TA1?
So moved.
Discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion approved.
All right, we would like to now call up all the administrators, teachers, and teaching assistants receiving tenure this evening. For a picture up front.
moment, and we'll continue in a moment.
We have committee reports coming.
All right, everyone, thanks again to everyone with tenure, and we appreciate it. So we're gonna continue on with the rest of our meeting.
Yeah, Mr. McCann, I just need to interject for a minute. As two teachers up here who both received tenure, for me it was 21 years ago. I just, looking out at Dr. Markwood there, he was the principal who granted me tenure 21 years ago. And although it was definitely not a celebration like this, it is definitely an unforgettable moment. And so even 21 years later, I still say, thank you, sir.
All right, truly an exciting evening.
Mr. McCann, I remember when I got tenure too. Special moment. There was a note in my mailbox that said, you got tenure last night. So, you never forget those moments. It's my annual joke.
All right, we'll continue with the rest of the personnel agenda, Mr. Carey.
Mr. Cameron, please get back to work. Stop celebrating. Thank you.
I'm realizing I have to put notes in mailboxes now. I don't know. I'd like to propose a motion for the probationary appointment, item T2. Ms. Callie Kalmus, special education, effective September 1st, and Mr. Salvatore DePuma III in world languages. We're incredibly excited to be lucky enough to get two amazing educators from neighboring school districts. So coming to West Islip, if I could request a motion for the appointment of Ms. Kaylee Kalmus and Sal DePuma as listed in the personnel agenda.
So moved.
Discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion approved. Welcome to West Islip.
And if I could request a motion for consent items T3 through other, substitute teaching assistants. So moved.
Discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion approved.
Thank you, Mr. McCann.
All right, thank you, Mr. Cameron. Congratulations again. All right, we will continue moving on with Mrs. Morrison on our curriculum update.
Thank you, Mr. McCann. Good evening, everyone. I would like to start off this evening by echoing so many of the sentiments that have already been said. A big special thank you to our Board of Education, Dr. Romanelli, our administrators, our teachers, staff, parents, and students for really a truly wonderful and productive school year. So much great work took place throughout all of our classrooms, K-12, and we are looking forward to a relaxing summer and another great school year ahead. So thank you very much to everyone. Congratulations to those who received tenure this evening. The reputation of the district attracts the best and brightest in education, and tonight we certainly recognize another group of educators that will lead the district to future successes over the coming decades. Congratulations to everyone. Regents exams officially get underway next week for chemistry, physics, and algebra 2, and then the remaining 2 weeks of the school year for all other courses that culminate in Regents exams. Our students are well prepared, and we wish them the best of luck as they sit for these exams over the coming weeks. Summer school will be offered through Eastern Suffolk BOCES this year. It will take place at Bayshore High School. Information regarding the enrollment process will be shared with all secondary parents and posted to the district website within the next week. School counselors will provide individualized information to the students and parents after the completion of Regents exams and at the end of the month. Our littlest group of Lions celebrated the culmination of a successful year earlier this week alongside high school students enrolled in our early childhood education classes. They worked and learned alongside one another throughout the school year. Thank you to Mrs. Siriano, her students, Mrs. Toko, and her culinary arts students for planning a memorable moving up experience for our little Lions and their families. Congratulations to the class of 2026. Enjoy the fun festivities over the next few weeks. We look forward to hearing about your future accomplishments as you embark on this next stage of your life. And additional educational updates will be provided by Mr. Antonello in the Education Committee report. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mrs. Morrison. And we'll move on to our board committee reports. We'll start with Health and Wellness with Ms. Grace Kelly.
Thank you, Mr. McCann. The Health and Wellness Committee met on Tuesday, May 13th at 9:30 a.m. in the Public Room cafeteria. We went over the financial report. We spoke about the Health and Wellness Alliance Senior Scholarship. There will be 2 $500 scholarships given to seniors on 6/9/26 at the high school, as well as the Mental Health Subcommittee Senior Scholarships. Again, there will be 2 scholarships for $500 given to the seniors on the 6/9/26 ceremony at the high school. We spoke about the Glow Run, which is set for Wednesday, November 4th at 6:30 p.m. There will be a new location, which is at the West Islip High School Stadium track. The event will take place on the track in the darkness with the participants walking or running around the track with their glow gear, and more information will be coming on that in September. Upcoming events, there'll be the Ray Downey Memorial 5K Run in Deer Park, which is on June 21st at 9 o'clock. And then we also had the schedule of the 2026-2027 Health and Wellness meetings that were determined. The Mental Health Subcommittee also, we met virtually on June 2nd for the final meeting of the 2025-2026 school year. Members present were Lindsay Ednick, Brittany Probst, Virginia Cassidy, Noreen Panzer, Rebecca Cassini, Francesca Emma, and Ryan Olson. The meeting began at 9:30 a.m. The subcommittee reflected on the success of the recent West Islip Wellness Fair and discussed the strategies to expand mental health and wellness programs for students, families, and broader school community for the 2026-2027 school year. The committee also discussed ways to increase student voice and engagement through the student representative on the subcommittee and future wellness initiatives. As the committee looks ahead, its focus remains on increasing awareness, reducing barriers to support and strengthen partnerships among students, families, schools, and community providers to promote the overall wellness of the West Tyson school community. We want to share our deep appreciation and gratitude to our subcommittee members for all their work and their dedication to support mental health, and we wish everyone a happy and healthy summer. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mrs. Kelly. Next up, we'll do our Building and Grounds Committee with Mr. Quinn Bedell.
Thank you, Mr. McCann. Good evening, everybody. Building and Ground Committee met at 6:30 p.m. on June 2nd at Beach Street Middle School. Committee only had one topic, but a pretty big topic, pool project. We had a consultant from SCC come in, our architecture and school construction consultant firm, and we had some conversation, good and bad. We came across a couple of topics that we'll talk about here. They came across a couple of different change orders that had to be put in and different conditions that we found during this process. This project, as people that have seen the project for themselves can tell, it's a very big project. And when you're doing a project of this scale, you're bound to come into some sort of hiccups. So we had a couple issues with drainage piping and tanks that were not on blueprints that we found while we extended the pool, so that's tied us up a little bit. Abatement and some wall abatement and different sorts of abatement that's taken extra time. But the big one that we found, as they took the demolition process, they took the part of the ceiling down so that way we could increase the height. And the plan was to leave the other half of the ceiling at the existing height using the existing ceiling. When they started that process, they uncovered that the ceiling was in a very unsafe state. It was a concrete poured ceiling with like concrete slabs, and the concrete was actually deteriorating. So we made the decision that we had to replace the entire ceiling. So that has pushed the project back about 2 to 4 weeks due to that change. So we're moving from a February of 2027 completion to a March of 2027 completion. So that's the negative. The positive is we budgeted for change orders and stuff like this. So we're still well within our financial limits for this project. But that's the big one for the pool. The other thing I just want to say, because we only have one thing, but this light that's going crazy over here brings a good point. If anybody working in a school or has a student in a school and something's going on buildings and grounds related, please send an email to us. Let us know so that we can fix something. If you don't let us know, sometimes we won't know something. Like that, we'll write that up tonight. Take care of it. It's driving me crazy. But thank you, everybody. Have a great night.
All right, thank you, Mr. Bedell. And we'll move on to the Education Committee with Mr. Richard Antonello.
All right, thank you, Mr. McCann. The Education Committee met Tuesday, June 2nd, at Beach Library. All administrators are in attendance, all board members are in attendance, with the exception of Mr. Tussey, Mr. Bedell, and me. The first item discussed was the use of technology in the classroom. So every district on the island is concerned about the use of technology with their students, just as West Islip is. The use of technology inside and outside of school. We want to get a handle on how much time and for what purpose technology is being used during the school day and for homework purposes in our own district. Separate feedback documents were created for K-5, 6 to 8, and 9 through 12 teachers. The feedback will be reviewed and next steps will be determined. The second topic was the foundations training for grades 4 and 8. Wilson foundation training took place last Tuesday as well for 4th and 5th grade teachers. Teachers provided an in-depth overview of the scope and sequence of the program, as well as a review of various parts of each lesson. Supplemental, optional professional development will be scheduled for the summer, and additional required professional development will take place in the fall. The third topic discussed was the implementation of the Arts and Letters program. It's gone very well. I've gotten good feedback from my own daughter, unsolicited. The feedback document was shared and received back by the teachers. Action will be taken on that feedback to try to fine-tune everything. Planning for year 2 is underway, including pacing calendars, review of resources, and professional development. The last topic discussed was the topic of enrichment discussion and the desire for some enrichment opportunities at the elementary school level. The meeting ended at a time that I'm not sure because I wasn't there.
Thank you, Mr. Antonello. Now, next up, we'll have the Finance Committee with Ms. Christina Moore.
Good evening. The Finance Committee met this past Tuesday. We began our meeting at 6:48, so that one probably ended at 6:47. The committee members present were Mrs. Kelly and myself. Other board members in attendance were Mr. McCann and Mrs. Brown. Administrators present were Dr. Romanelli, Mrs. Pilati, Mrs. Morrison, and Mr. Cameron. The purpose of the meeting was a discussion of pertinent fiscal matters, and the following were presented and accepted by the committee. We had the treasurer's report, school district funds for April, extracurricular funds for April, payroll summary for April, financial statements for April, internal claims audit report for May, system manager audit trail for May, payroll certifications for the weeks of May 13th and May 22nd, 2026, review of warrants, review of board agenda finance items as follows, approval of budget transfers 4624 through 4628 from the general fund, approval of a 2026 to 2027 LI co-op member agreement, approval of one contract, which is the 2025-2026 Health Services Central Islip Union Free School District, and the approval of a multi-year service agreement for a new Xerox copier. One that we had was fried when we had that little electrical incident on Marbury. And we have the approval of the following resolutions. A donation from Suffolk Association of School Business Officials in the amount of $500 to be awarded to high school students as selected by the district. A donation from West Islip Little Conference Football, a junior blocking sled valued at $2,099 to be used for the district secondary football athletics program. I think it was a little too big for their team, so we appreciate that donation. And a request for the exemption from implementing a school breakfast program at the 4 district elementary schools for the 2026-2027 school year. I don't think we have enough children that would participate, but we do have breakfast carts in all 4 of the elementary schools if the kids are hungry when they come in the morning. And I just want to mention lastly, our internal auditors were on site 2 weeks ago. Their report is pending and they will be present at our next Finance Committee meeting, which is on June 16th. Our meeting ended at 6:53. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Marks. All right, next up, I know Mr. Cameron received his tenure today, which is super exciting, but just as exciting is his work on the Policy Committee. So with that report, Mr. Cameron.
Take a page out of Mrs. Marks' book and say that the Policy Committee started at 6:54 p.m. immediately following the Finance Committee. At the Policy Committee meeting held on Tuesday, June 2nd, we had in attendance Board of Ed President Mr. Peter McCann, trustees Ms. Debbie Brown, Ms. Grace Kelly, and Ms. Christina Marks, along with Dr. Romanelli, Mrs. Morrison, Mrs. Pilati, and myself. The primary focus of the meeting was the update to the Student Policy Series 5000s of the new policy manual. The committee discussed the goals that will guide the 5,000 sections of the student policies, noting that because students are the central focus of all district operations, the importance of these policies will require additional time for review. The committee also discussed the revised timeline for the completion of the new manual initiative, setting the August 13, 2026 Board of Education meeting as the target date for official adoption, with the policy schedule to become effective on September 1st, 2026, the first day of the student school year. As part of this ongoing work, the supporting materials outline specific updates to several key draft policies within the series. These included Policy 5150 regarding school admissions, Policy 5162 covering student dismissal precautions, Policy 5180 governing the release time of students, and Policy 5205 establishing the eligibility for co-curricular and extracurricular activities. Together, these revisions will ensure that district operational guidelines remain clear and up to date and fully aligned with supporting every student every day.
Thank you, Mr. Cameron. Appreciate all the work there. Last on the committee report, a special ed committee with Ms. Debbie Brown.
Thank you, Mr. McCann. Everybody okay over there? The Special Education Committee met this morning, June 4th, 2026 at district office. The following committee members were present: Dr. Romanelli, Ms. Morrison, myself, Ms. Darty, Ms. Etnick. Mrs. Marks participated via teleconference. The committee discussed IEPs from CSE and CPSE and recommendations from the respective committees. Ms. Doherty reported that the Effective School Solutions program at the high school continues to play an integral role in supporting our secondary students' social and emotional needs. Ms. Doherty and Ms. Ednick shared that it has been a successful school year measured by student, academic, and social emotional growth due to the hard work and dedication of the special education staff across the district. Preparations are underway for our extended school year program. We wish everyone a wonderful summer and are already planning for a successful start to our 26-27 school year. Mara D'Amico, the SEPTA president, joined us for the non-confidential portion of our meeting to share the following announcements. SEPTA has a new Instagram page. If everyone out there would please follow it. It's really easy. The handle is West Islip SEPTA. SEPTA, in conjunction with the West Islip Library, will hold a special needs program called Discovery Den on June 15th. You can register through the library. Crafty Hand Shop event will be on 6/19/26. A parent square will be forthcoming with sign-up info. And the last meeting for the year will be at, where was that? The Bar Lucy in Bay Shore for the end of the year dinner, June 22nd at 6:30. It's $50 a person, and tickets can be purchased on the member hub. And that's it. Thank you, Mr. McCann.
All right, thank you, Mrs. Brown. We'll go to our business items. Mrs. Plotty.
Thank you, Mr. McCann. May I have a motion for the approval of budget transfers 4624 through 4628 in the general fund?
So moved. Second. All in favor?
All opposed? Motion approved.
May I have a motion for the approval of the contracts as listed on the agenda?
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion approved.
May I have a motion for the approval of the donations as listed on the agenda?
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion approved. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, the next up is President's Report, and the first item on the agenda, I just want to thank the entire district and all of the community members for the item A, which is the approval of the results of the annual district meeting held on May 19th, 2026.
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion approved. Can I get the approval of BOCES multi-year agreement with the Xerox Network copier?
So moved.
Discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion approved. Can I get the approval of resolution of the 2026-27 school breakfast program exemption?
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion approved. Can I get the approval of the resolution of the Board of Education hereby authorizes the superintendent of schools to execute a consultant service agreement with DGC Systems for the 2026-27 school year?
So moved.
Discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion approved. Can I get the approval of resolution of the Board of Education of West Islip hereby authorizes the superintendent of schools to agree to consultant service agreement with SmartRep for the 2026-2027 school year?
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion approved. Can I get the approval of consultant service agreements for Vincent Alonji Photography for the 26-27 year?
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion approved. Can I get the approval of the consultant services contract for Joe Ferrucci, IT consultant, 2026-2027?
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion approved. Can I get the approval of the SEQRA resolution for the fire alarm systems?
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion approved. Can I get the approval for the resolution of the Board of Education to approve the recommendation of the Special Ed Committee for students listed in the district's backup?
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion approved. All right, and the last item that I'd like to bring up is the President's Report. We do a Heard Around Town segment. So what Heard Around Town is all of the information that we collect, whether it's on email or at Stop and Shop, or, we encourage everyone to bring us messages, good, bad, or indifferent. We like compliments as well. And we, everything that gets sent to us, one of us or all of us, gets discussed. And we just like to have that. Sometimes some of the things that heard around town don't make it to some of the public sites, so we just wanted to give some information on that. This week's Heard Around Town is really a summary of something someone asked me just yesterday. Last night the Knicks won, the game. Thank you. Yes, we'll keep it going. Someone asked me what were the biggest wins that the West Islip District had this year, and there are so many that we had this year, but I'd like to isolate a few of them that really deserve some attention. The first win was a combination of what New York State offered us, but also it's the inclusion of all the work that this board has done in advocating for the creation of the largest pre-K class ever, fully funded by New York State, and we've got 270 plus kids coming into the pre-K program, and it's a really big win for the district. And I just want to thank the community and this board administration, and even New York State for offering that to every student. That's just a wonderful addition to that. The biggest win in the last couple of weeks was that the budget passed. So we want to thank the community for that. West Islip has never pierced the tax cap, so another big win. Again, the work of the group that's up here. With that budget, there was many additional programs for students. Our first rule of thumb as a board and administration is, we want to have as little or no cuts to programs that actually affect students, and we were able to accomplish most or all of that. The other, one of the items that if you haven't been to, we have a lot of successful sports teams here, great music programs. We've got robotics. We've got a lot of great programs. One of the most heartfelt programs that finished their season this year is the Unified Basketball Team. So what that is a combination of regular ed and special ed students playing in a competitive league throughout the district, playing other teams and schools. They finished their last game 2 weeks ago. And if you ever want to go out and have a feel-good day and really believe that there's wonderful things that happen in this district, in this community for people, go to a Unified Basketball game. It's probably one of the most uplifting events that you can go to. Both sides, no matter what team they're playing, both cheer and support the students in that aspect. So I just wanted to give Unified Basketball a shout out. That was another big win that we had. And that's some of the wins that we heard around town, and hopefully many more in years to come. So with that, I will finish, pass to Dr. Romanelli for the superintendent's report.
Thank you very much, Mr. McCann. I just want to congratulate everyone that received tenure this evening. It's an opportunity to, when looking through all the many candidates that received tenure, to really reflect and see the positive impact that those staff members have had on the district. So we congratulate them. Also enjoying, I know Mrs. Morrison mentioned a few of the end of the year activities that we've attended already. They've truly been incredible, and we're looking forward to all the moving up ceremonies, celebrations, awards for our students in the coming weeks, and really wish everyone a strong and positive end of the school year. So thank you.
All right, thank you, Dr. Romanelli. Any notices or reminders? Any other items from board members? All right, we'll go into the public session of our meeting where we bring in any public member who wishes to speak on any item, and we've got a fair number of cards this evening, so I would like to call it in order. The first one is, hold on. They were numbered, I put them out of order. There we go. All right. So the first person to come up to speak is Jan Bolka. We'll make it work. Dr. Romanelli, distinguished board members, administrators, principals, teachers, parents, students. My name is Jan. My son is Ruslan Yermakov. He's a junior at the high school. Thank you for the opportunity to speak tonight. I wanted to take a few minutes to recognize one of the high school's music department's most inspired teachers who will be moving to the elementary school this year. We first met Mr. Kaufman 3 years ago during my son's high school orientation. It was at that moment that he first provided us with his continuing example of his leadership. He spoke to our son, he encouraged him to pursue his interest in music, join the band program, join the music theory program, and later IB. As I think if you have parents who are teenagers, I think you know how difficult it is to get any information from it at all. And yet every night when Ruslan would come home, either from school or from band practice, then orchestra practice, jazz ensemble practice, he would be full of inspiration, he would be full of stories about all the anecdotes, all the things that went on during rehearsal. He would continue to find
great inspiration, great encouragement, and continuous support, thanks to his participation in those programs. I know that Mr. Kaufman inspired not only my son to pursue his musical interest, but so many other students. He challenged them, he encouraged them to grow their professionalism, to uphold the virtues of musicians. I know many of them were inducted later into the Musical Honor Society. So many of them were inspired to try out for solos. I know that, jumping ahead, he has inspired many students to not only pursue music as a lifelong passion, but also as a full-time profession. In addition, obviously, to inspiring students individually, Mr. Kaufman led multiple musical ensembles throughout his time at the high school. I'm sure you can appreciate how difficult it is to organize one of them. He would organize multiple of them, and I think those of us who were lucky enough to attend his concerts certainly know what an outstanding job he is. This year, Mr. Kaufman it was his first year leading the wind ensemble. I know that he chose a particularly ambitious program and really challenged students, but I know he had the confidence that they would prevail, and by dint of unstinting effort on all of their parts and unrelenting practices, not only did they sound outstanding at the band concert, they also achieved the highest recognition awards at the NYSSMA majors. As parents, we would observe all of these things, obviously, through the stories of our son and the performances that we would attend. We're always gratified to know not only that he was inspiring students individually and professionally, but that he would also take the time to explain the cultural significance of the music and repertoire that he selected. As Mr. Kaufman takes this next step in his pedagogical journey, we wish him every success. I know that my son and so many of his peers will miss Mr. Kaufman's musical leadership, but I know that his legacy is safe in their hands. I know that he will go on to inspire a new generation of musicians at the elementary school, and we are profoundly grateful for all the time he has spent dedicated to our children. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next up, we have Joseph Randazzo.
Good evening. My name is Joseph Randazzo, class of 2014, and I would like to share my story of the impact that the current high school band director, Mr. Kaufman, has had on my life and many other alumni that I know. My family has lived in West Islip for my entire life. The relationship between my family and him literally spans his entire teaching career at West Islip. My older brothers, my younger sister, and my nephews currently, we're all a part of or are now a band program at the high school and took every class and extracurricular that he offered. I currently teach and have always taught private music lessons in the West Islip community. The mother of one of my private students recently informed me that he's going to be teaching at the elementary level, and I could not believe this news. And I'm here tonight to assert that he deserves to continue his career at West Islip High School because this is the path that would best serve students. I've been teaching music in public schools since 2018. Teaching and performing music is my passion, but I only discovered this after my interactions with him as a student. I was not a successful band student in elementary or middle school, to say the least. After 8th grade, I made the decision to quit music, even though my mom would tell me, you just have to wait until high school. The high school band director is the one who found me in the cafeteria in 9th grade after I quit and convinced me to give it another try. He switched my instrument to one where I was much more successful and helped me believe in myself. And in this class, I felt like I had a place to belong, and my story is not uncommon. He possesses a remarkable ability to understand students at this age, at this turning point in their lives. I often wonder, how did he know I had this potential when there's no evidence of it prior? But his extraordinary gift is helping students to achieve more than they realize they are capable of. Before our performances, he would inspire us to give our best of which we were able at all times. He taught my peers and I some of life's most important lessons through music, and I am so grateful that I was able to learn them from an educator like him at that point in my life as a young teenager. As a practicing educator of almost 8 years, I'm so inspired by his unwavering devotion to the individual child and how he creates a unique music curriculum that caters to the aptitudes, interests, and backgrounds of every single student. He selects music that caters to the needs of every student every day in their musical journey in a way that is exceptional. He was and is an important mentor to me on how to be an effective band teacher. Many of my peers are current music educators and have immense pride for the high school music program that shaped us. All of my closest friends come from the band program, and although some of them are not active musicians, we all share the lifelong love of music that he so strongly instilled in us, and we often recount the memories and stories from those times. The high school band director, Mr. Kaufman, is committed to excellence in education, creates an environment where all students can learn and succeed. I respectfully request that you consider his role in the instrumental music program at large and ensure that he is teaching in the building that most benefits our district students, West Islip High School. His impact on students for the past 28 years cannot be ignored. The West Islip High School band program is as strong as it is because of its instruction and dedication. Thank you for your time and attention to this important matter.
Next up, we'll have Mr. Michael Marge.
Hello, my name is Michael Mark. I graduated from West Islip High School in 2006. Despite having 3 degrees, 2 of which are from a world-class European Conservatory of Music, I was not such a great student from 2002 to 2006, and perhaps a bit beyond that. I didn't study, I didn't go to extra help, I didn't do any extra credit. I barely did my homework, and once I got my driver's license, I was almost never on time in the first period. However, what I did show up for was band and everything around me. The jazz band, the brass ensemble, the wind ensemble, the symphonic band, the symphony orchestra, which we did have at one point, the marching band, the incessant pit rehearsals after winter break, the pull-out lessons during other periods, the trips to Disney World that we had to spend months selling candy bars for in order to fundraise, despite eating half of them myself. I showed up to those things not just because they were fun and didn't involve the quadratic equation, but because it was the only facet of my life that I felt like I had a voice in at that time. That I was able to make a contribution to something that was valued not only by me, but by my peers, my teachers, and my community. 20 years later, I'm still showing up to all of those things, except now it has been with the National Opera of Belgium, the Brussels Philharmonic Orchestra, where I was the first American to hold a leadership position. And it's at Carnegie Hall and Broadway, Lincoln Center, where I've played for the New York Philharmonic and the Metropolitan Opera. And it's also at the Argyle Theater, just down the block, and now at CUNY Hunter College, where I'm an artist in residence. Absolutely none of this would have been possible were I not a product of the West Islip High School music program. A program that taught me dedication, discipline, accountability, sensitivity, sensibility, vulnerability, passion, compassion, resilience, perseverance, mentorship, leadership. I don't have a thesaurus with me, but you can, get the idea. I truly believe that those accomplishments were possible because of the mentorship and support that I received from Mr. Kaufman during my high school years. Now, not only as a performer, but as a private instructor and college lecturer, all of that is what I set out to teach and share with my colleagues, my students, many of which are from West Islip, my students, and still my community. There are qualities that I've carried with me during my 9 years working at the West Islip Public Library, and my 12 years working as a project manager for one of the world's largest AI companies. Yes, I do have 2 careers. I don't recommend it. Through all of that, there has been one single constant, one mentor, one teacher, and that is Mr. David Kaufman. I am the one single example of what it means that Mr. Kaufman has mentored during such formidable years, not only as a musician, but as a person and a member of our West Islip community. The current and future students of West Islip High School deserve the best possible music education experience and opportunities, and that means Mr. Kaufman as their teacher. I thank you for your time, and I apologize for going over.
Thank you very much. Next up, we have Mr. Michael Sutter. Next up, Mr. Michael Sutter.
evening. I sent an email to the board and the superintendent earlier today. I'd like to read that email. My name is Mike Sutter. I graduated from West Islip High School in 2013. As a West Islip graduate, I was recently made aware that Mr. David Kaufman, my former teacher, is being transferred from his position teaching high school music and band to an elementary school role. I wrote to let you know that I vehemently disagree with this decision. During my time at the high school, Mr. Kaufman taught me in 9th grade band, AP Music Theory. I was also part of his Jazz Q ensemble for a couple of years. I did a bunch of fall plays with him. If there's anything that Mr. Kaufman showed me during those, and certainly to my fellow classmates, it's that we're capable of so much and that the biggest barrier to achievement is our own self-doubt. Could the methodology occasionally veer into tough love? Perhaps, but Mr. Kaufman's core was always compassion and humanity, and he never let us forget. I didn't think I could be a leading man in a dramatic play, or memorize my lines, or lead a show tune on stage with the entire cast behind me, or play jazz trombone. I didn't think I had the foundation to be in AP Music Theory. I didn't think I could lead my peers as drum major, or during the plays, or as band liaison for Tri-M. But Mr. Kaufman taught us that the real difference between I don't think I can do this and wow, I'm actually doing this is just taking that leap of faith and trying it without fear of failure or humiliation. It is precisely this empowered way of thinking and doing that allowed me to blossom in my adult life and my career. Today, I work as an IT professional for an aerospace and defense company in Bohemia. In fact, it was 7 years ago today that I took a leap of faith in that career in the same way that I did under Mr. Kaufman's tutelage as a student, by betting on myself and my abilities to achieve and grow in the face of doubt. My own doubt, the doubt of my managers at my first job. I left the job that paid me very little for an entry-level role, and today I'm in a supervisory position looking over IT support, cybersecurity, and network operations for a defense contractor as a small business that does $150 million a year in sales. They're a great company. And without his push, in the voice in the back of my head, I wouldn't have done it. I'm not telling you all this to toot my own horn. My point is that the lessons Mr. Kaufman taught me and so many others as teenagers here in West Islip become foundational and formative as we go through our adult lives. He wasn't just our favorite teacher. He was a true mentor and father figure for so many students. To see him removed from that role would be a travesty, and I think a major detriment, not just to the quality of West Islip's music program, but to West Islip's ability to prepare students for adult life. I believe David Kaufman is that important. In conclusion, I implore you to reconsider this decision by transferring him to an elementary teaching role. I hope that you allow him to continue teaching at the high school. I think the lessons he teaches are best and most useful for teenagers. I think his musical expertise makes him most useful for advanced students. He is an excellent teacher, an excellent role model, and an A+ human being. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for that. Next up, we have Bruno Maselli. Bruno. Hold on one second, Bruno.
Our students have to attend a board meeting and they need our signatures as proof that they were here. But at 9 o'clock, we want them to head out and finish their homework. So thank you for your patience.
All right, sorry for that, Bruno. The floor is all yours.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Bruno. I'm a student at the high school who's also in the band program in the wind ensemble. I want to first thank the entire Board of Education for having me here tonight, and the hard work everyone on the board has put into making attending this district something to be proud of. I seriously respect the time that everyone in the administration puts into making sure that students and parents' voices are heard. And I don't doubt that's a big reason why excellence defines West Islip from our strong academics and so many accolades awarded to our athletic teams, music program, and more. I'm one of the many who has had the privilege of benefiting these amazing programs. For that, I thank you all. I would like to say a few words about Mr. Kaufman. As director of the 9th grade band, the brass ensemble, the pit orchestra, and jazz Q for his about 27-year-long tenure, he's done immeasurable good for the band program, music program, and even the community of West Islip as a whole. I've been a leader in the band program, and I can attest to the positive impact he has had on me personally, as well as on other students. For the 4 years that I've known him, Mr. Kaufman has gone above and beyond to not only improve the band program and ensure that everyone within it fulfills their potential, but has likewise made countless sacrifices on his part in order to ensure that his individual students truly came to love music. Speaking from personal experience, I once was ready to quit and put my music career behind me, but Mr. Kaufman was the sole reason I persevered. He respected my decision-making process, but continued to gently push me and reaffirm that something dear to me would be lost if I gave it up so easily under the guise of prioritizing my time. Lo and behold, he was right. The first time we had spoken was in my 9th grade year, yet here I find myself as a senior graduating in just over 3 weeks, looking back on my high school years with appreciation for the people I met and the things I accomplished as a student in the wind ensemble, having had the privilege of participating in amazing things like the All-County and All-State bands, Skamia, Niskayne, Nisma, and countless other endeavors. I have no one to thank for that but Mr. Kaufman. Moreover, with him taking over the wind ensemble in Jazz A this year, anyone with the benefit of hindsight knows that there was a world of difference in our programs this year compared to last year. This year, we played college-level programs full of college-level pieces in the wind ensemble and in Jazz A, playing at a level unmatched by few other high school bands on Long Island, in the county, or even in New York State. Anyone who states that this was solely due to the talent of individual members of the band is simply making an inaccurate statement. Few people outside of the band program see the unrecognized sacrifices by Mr. Kaufman to bring us to our current level of excellence. It's too bad that we give so little recognition to the man that made it happen. He made it happen for not only the band as a whole, but for individuals. Individuals whose personal aspirations and career dreams in the field of music were made possible by the numerous hours Mr. Kaufman put into encouraging us and inspiring us from the perspective of a good friend. People will often miss the forest for the trees and give little credit to the director for the band's excellence. But Mr. Kaufman chose to give us everything that he had despite this, so that we could succeed. For these reasons, I was truly disappointed last Friday when I found out that Mr. Kaufman would no longer be making the positive impact he has been at the high school for the past 27 years. On the surface, it doesn't really make much sense for me to be speaking tonight. I'm a senior, and what I really should do is wait another 3 weeks, take my diploma, and move on with my life. Sorry about that. But there is, well, from that perspective, there's, absolutely nothing which I can really benefit from another year under his direction. Regardless, I know that someone truly great will be lost from the high school next year. And I don't doubt for even a second that this decision would have rippling impacts on students in the program who, at least, desire to get the most out of their passion for music and, at most, plan on attending a music school, which will set them up for a permanent career. I feel indebted to Mr. Kaufman for the innumerable and selfless sacrifices he made on our behalf. My conscience honestly informs me that it would only be right for me to offer my perspective tonight, because I think Mr. Kaufman deserves to be seen by us all with the same admiration and respect that a very large majority of the band program already sees him with. I also want to clarify that it is the same respect which is motivating all the alumni and all the students to come here and speak their minds tonight. I think that these people who have come here to support Mr. Kaufman should be, given the credence and respect they deserve in this matter. And this has been encouraged, actually not by Mr. Kaufman, but it's actually been taken up independently by individual voices with their own voices of reason. And to have this kind of unanimous decision on, Mr. Kaufman's impact, I think is just amazing. So I trust that the perspectives of students who have experienced his teaching firsthand will be taken into serious consideration. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. First of all, Bruno, I just want to say, Bruno, congratulations on your academic and music accomplishments, but many people don't know this, but I had the pleasure of coaching Bruno for almost 8 years in lacrosse. He was my lacrosse goalie, and he is one of the most coachable, hardworking, likable people you'll ever meet. So congratulations on speaking tonight and all you've accomplished, and good luck in your future endeavors. Thank you.
Ms. Ashley Russell.
Hello, everybody. Is this thing on? My name is Ashley Russell. I am an active community member as a parent of two Manitowoc students in 1st and 4th grade, fellow educator in a neighboring district, and proud West Islip alumna of the class of 2004. During my time at West Islip High School, some of my most meaningful educational experiences took place within the music department. As a dedicated flute player, I had the privilege of working closely with both Mr. Kaufman and Mr. Crace, including participating in the wind ensemble, jazz band, and being a student conductor in our summer band. Mr. Kaufman in particular played a significant role in shaping my future. He encouraged me to pursue music education in college, helped me navigate the audition process, and gave me the confidence to apply to competitive university music programs. As a result of his mentorship, I attended the University of Rhode Island as a music education major and earned a chair in the flute section of their performance band as a freshman. What stands out most, however, is that his commitment to students extends far beyond graduation. Even after I ultimately chose a different career path, Mr. Kaufman remained a mentor and resource. More recently, he has provided guidance as I have worked to foster a love of music in my own children. His advice helped my son Nate select an instrument and successfully began his musical journey, completing his first year in band under Miss Miku. While I have no doubt that Mr. Kaufman would be an asset in any building, I believe moving him from the high school would have a significant impact on students and the overall strength of the secondary music program. The skills required to develop young musicians at the elementary level differ greatly from those needed to challenge, mentor, and prepare students at the secondary level. Mr. Kaufman has consistently demonstrated an exceptional ability to identify students' strengths, cultivate their talents, and inspire them to pursue music beyond high school. The West Islip Music Program has long been recognized as a source of pride for our district. Much of that success is rooted in the relationships, expertise, and continuity provided by educators such as Mr. Kaufman. I respectfully urge the district to carefully consider the long-term impact of any staffing changes and to preserve a program that has consistently served students well. Thank you for your time and consideration. I appreciate your willingness to hear the perspectives of community members, alumni, and parents who care deeply about the future of music education in West Islip.
Next up, we have Ms. Leslie Jacob.
Hi, I'm Leslie Jagan, and I don't know Mr. Kaufman. That's why I'm here, sorry. I'm actually here to ask the district why you haven't opted into the capital improvement exemption, and whether the board has formally considered the potential benefits this program could provide both residents and the school district. As housing costs continue to rise and mortgage rates remain elevated, many homeowners are choosing to improve their existing homes rather than move to a new residence. For many families, renovating their home has become a more affordable and practical option than entering an increasingly expensive and competitive real estate market. By opting into the capital improvement exemption, the district would provide residents with additional incentive to invest in their properties, make needed improvements, and remain in the community long-term. In the last 6 months alone, there were 26 homes in West Islip that chose to improve, expand, or build a new construction. More than half of these residences were additions or second stories. Homeowners who modernize, expand, and maintain their homes contribute to stronger neighborhoods, increasing property values, and a more attractive community overall. These benefits extend directly to school districts. Well-maintained and improved housing stock helps strengthen the local tax base over time, supports community stability, and makes the district more attractive to current and prospective families. Encouraging residents to invest in their homes can help preserve the quality and desirability of the community while promoting long-term economic growth. Given these potential advantages, I respectfully ask the board to explain, has the capital improvement exemption been formally evaluated by the board and administration? What factors led to the decision not to opt into the program? What analysis was conducted regarding the potential impact on homeowners' property values and the district's long-term financial health? And would the board consider revisiting this issue in light of current housing market conditions and a growing number of residents choosing to improve rather than relocate? As stewards of both taxpayer resources and long-term success of our schools, I believe the board should carefully consider policies that encourage investment in our community while supporting homeowners. I would appreciate a public explanation of the district's position and any analysis that inform its decision. Thank you.
Thank you for that. Thank you for bringing that to the board's attention. I can speak probably for the rest of the board that we are not aware of the facts behind that program, so we will definitely work with Dr. Roman and Mrs. Pilati to get the facts of that program evaluated.
Yeah, we'll certainly take a look and discuss, anything that can save our homeowners money and improve our district standing is something that we're certainly interested in, so.
Are you familiar with the program at all?
No.
No. Okay, so if you improve your home, everyone knows your taxes go up. And there's a program that allows you to increase the taxes over a period of 8 years. And each year it's a percentage increase. But if the school district doesn't opt into the program, it's kind of useless, as I found out.
We'll certainly, take a look into that and discuss.
Thank you.
Thanks for bringing it to attention. All right, and our last speaker is Mrs. Lauren DeMarzo.
Good evening, members of the board, district administrators, and community members. My name is Lauren DeMarzo, and I am an alumna, resident, music educator, and a new parent in the community. I'm here to express my concern and disappointment in the decision to reassign the high school band director. Mr. Kaufman has influenced many in his career here at Westside High School, including myself, my friends and colleagues, as you've heard tonight, and even my family. The high school band teacher, Mr. Kaufman, challenged me, offering opportunities to advance my musical career. He would give me music I could rise up to and show me how to educate others by putting me in leadership positions. For example, he gave me opportunities to lead younger students in their lessons or to form chamber ensembles. I remember in music theory class writing my own songs within certain rules and parameters he taught me. He looked at my piece and wanted me to create an ensemble and share it as a concert, and I was very, very nervous. I had the opportunity to write a song, create a group of instrumentalists ideal for the sound, lead a rehearsal, conduct, and perform my own piece in a high school setting. These are valuable skills in independence, musicianship, and social skills. As a professional musician now and an educator for 10 years, I look back and think of my musical upbringing often. Whenever I would have an interview, as many teachers go through many, and the committee would ask, who inspired you to be an educator? The answer was always, 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 Mr. Kaufman. Why? There were so many reasons. Coming to a new school, coming from 8th grade to 9th grade, was always difficult. So transitioning from just one school to another in the district was no different. Thankfully, Mr. Kaufman was the teacher that I knew. He was the first teacher that I knew, a friendly face. Thanks to the summer music program. I learned so much that summer, and I was so excited to play in the band. Early in the year, we had a lesson, and I was one of the only people that showed up. We worked on some band music and scales, and then he stopped me, and he said, what do you want to do after high school? And I said, I want to perform. I want to sing and play piano. And he looked at me intrigued, and he said, like Norah Jones? I smiled, and I said, exactly like Norah Jones. Have you ever thought about education, he asked me? And he said, you should start private clarinet lessons and do NYSSMA. I've never thought about being a teacher before, but I like the sound of it. I was a vocal and piano person. After the summer and moving up through the program, I went to NYSSMA, did an all-state solo, actually 2 at once. Got private lessons, 3 in total, played in jazz, pit orchestra, wind ensemble, auditioned for Nassau Suffolk, auditions for college, and went on to music school. I worked with him in summer music, taking on responsibilities, learning to be a conductor, a mentor, teacher, and role model for my community and fellow students in the large span of grades. I also lived in that band room. That was my home. We kept in touch every so often, seeing each other at festivals, and while I subbed in the district, it gave me a place to learn more. I would come into his office and we would sit and have conversations. I remember after school, talking about full-time jobs. I subbed a day, came in and conducted a piece they were just learning. After rehearsal, he sat me down and said, "You are so passionate about music. Every music teacher should care as much as you do. You can tell in the way that you teach." This teacher has been an imprint on my career, as well as my education at Westside High School. I respectfully disagree with this change, knowing that this teacher has done the same for so many like me. Our students deserve someone who is passionate, continuously working and challenging us. There was never a moment I felt like I wasn't learning from him. Likewise, our educators and everywhere, not just in this district, deserve to have their contributions and high expectations valued and recognized. Thank you for your time and for your consideration.
Thank you for speaking, and congratulations on being a parent. Thank you. All right, that concludes our public session. Can I have a motion for the approval to adjourn to executive session? We'll discuss personnel, negotiations, and litigation. So moved. Discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion approved. Thanks, everyone, for a great school year, and enjoy the summer.